The Visually Impaired Sailing Association is a charity that delivers offshore sailing for people with visual impairment. It was founded in 2009 by a guy called Colin Fowler, and we have a slogan that is empower, encourage and enjoy.
I'd never been on a yacht before until I'd lost my eyesight. I wasn't allowed to drive a car anymore and I was trying to find something to do.
I'm partially sighted, so it means that I've got limited vision, and that makes you quite wary when you're in a different situation. And so for me, the boat, as a VI person, it makes me feel kind of safe, it's secure. Although there's lots of ropes around, you are trained to know where they are and what to do with them and how to be safe, so it works really well for me.
I'd never done it before and I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and do something that I thought most people would think is completely impossible for somebody with no sight to do.
Our ambition is to empower visually impaired people. Doesn't matter if they can see a little or can't see anything at all, to be able to do everything on board a boat. We sail for a week, so you sleep and you eat and you drink together as a team or as a crew. On the boat, you will not need your white stick. You will soon learn where everything is. A winch on a boat doesn't move, it's the same place every time. And so you can guide yourself all around the boat and not have to worry about relying on somebody else to help you, because you know where everything is and it comes to you very quickly.
It's a really gentle process. They're not going to take you out and make you rush to do things that you're not confident with. They will take it at the cruise pace. So we get to know our way around the boat. And if we're not sure, there are a number of sighted people who will help us. And they're looking out for us. They're making sure that we are well taken care of. You feel really safe.
Ibiza Sailing Week is just like any other sailing week. So we all gather and we'll all have a safety briefing. And then it's about sailing the boat. So we come off the mooring, we do the fenders, we do the lines, and then once they're safely stowed, then we'll get the sails up and start sailing.
We all communicate with each other and work as a team so that we all know what each other's job is at any given time.
You're always invited to come and join in and participate. So I've been on the tiller, I've been pulling up the mast, I've been putting buoys out the side.
I love this place and I love to sail a boat, and I really enjoy.
You know, when you come across on a Visa boat that there's going to be, you know, men and women, different ages, lots of different people, and we all kind of get together and mix together socially. Whether you're a man or a woman, you get treated the same. And it's brilliant for my confidence. It's
just a great opportunity. It's fun, it's expansive. I've learnt so much, not only as a sailor, but as a person. The way we communicate, the way we interact. There's real growth happens on these trips.
As a sighted skipper, I find that I learn something every time I come on a trip. I get an enormous satisfaction out of sailing with these guys. If I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't do it.
The Visually Impaired Sailing Association is a charity open to all adults with a sight impairment. It's run by blind and partially sighted sailing enthusiasts to help others to enjoy the freedom of sailing. We aim to empower everyone who takes part, from someone trying sailing for the first time to experienced visually impaired sailors. Our sailing trips are varied, with the opportunity for short taster sails through to week-long cruises and even some racing. Each trip is managed by those that take part, all under the watchful eye of experienced and well-qualified sighted volunteers who will make sure you get the most out of each trip and remain safe and secure at all times. When you take part in one of our trips, you'll be involved in every aspect of sailing and running the boat, from hauling up sails to steering the boat, making a cup of tea to organising an evening meal or even a trip ashore. A week's sailing typically costs around £300, but this varies depending on the type of voyage and the sponsorship we can get.
When you put somebody on a boat, you give them total independence, and we will empower them to do things they've never thought possible.
if you have a disability, so many people look at the dis rather than the ability, and so many people will say, you can't do that because you need sight. Well, you can sail because you don't necessarily need sight to do it.
It's a myth to think that just because you can't see, you can't sail.
It's such a wonderful experience. It just brings new dimension. It breathes life into me somehow. I love it.
This film has been made thanks to the generous support of Tesco Supermarkets and UKSA. We'd also like to thank our volunteers for giving us their time. If you have a visual impairment and wish to sail with us, please get in touch. From never having sailed before to experienced hands, we'd love to hear from you. Visit the Visually Impaired Sailing Association at visa-gb.org.uk for more information.